These random facts are going to put you to sleep faster than any melatonin, NyQuil, or a fist. Stay tuned for some random facts to help you sleep tonight. Let's get right into it. Today's random facts are literally random. Absolutely anything. So yeah, let's start with fact number 1. Did you know that dead skin cells make up a large amount of household dust? Humans shed around 200 million skin cells an hour, and with nowhere for that to go, it becomes a part of household dust. That's pretty nasty, but I mean, it makes sense. So the next time that you dust your house, keep that in mind. Did you know that Sudan has more pyramids than any other country? Not only have archaeologists found more pyramids in Sudan than Egypt, but the numbers aren't even close. Somewhere around 100 pyramids have been discovered in Egypt. The number in Sudan is more than double. Why don't they teach us that in school? I've always wondered why school has always focused on Egypt and not any other parts of Africa. But that's a conversation for another day. Did you know the bumblebee bat is the world's smallest flying mammal? Apparently it weighs 0.05 to 0.07 ounces. That's literally like a Skittle, less than a Skittle. That's crazy. And apparently it's in the Guinness World Record of being the smallest flying mammal. And if you want to see one of these bats, apparently they are dominant in Thailand. Did you know that the circulatory system is more than 60,000 miles long? If your entire circulatory system was laid out flat, it would stretch out more than 60,000 miles. That's enough to go around the earth almost twice. That's long enough to go around the earth almost 2.5 times. I know that the intestines, I believe, are as long as a football field. I'm pretty sure I read that somewhere. The human body is honestly just so interesting. Like, I don't know, it just blows my mind with how powerful and how smart our bodies are. Did you know that there are parts of Africa that are in all 4 hemispheres? For people whose education was largely focused in the Western world, it may be surprising to find out how large the continent of Africa really is. It spans all 4 hemispheres and covers nearly 12 million square miles. I would love to visit a country in Africa one day. I would love to go to Nigeria. I heard Nigeria is absolutely beautiful. If I have any African viewers from Africa, obviously, let me know down below what part of the country you're from. Did you know that the human eye can see up to 1 million colors? Our bodies are made up of some bizarre features. Humans can distinguish approximately 10 million colors. That's thanks to the cone cells in your retina, the back part of your eye that senses light and sends signals to your brain. These alerts allow you to perceive different colors. Some people who have a rare condition called tetrachromacy have an extra eye cone that enables them to see hundreds of millions of colors. I would love to see that through someone else's eyes. It's amazing, honestly. Did you know that the world's first animated feature film was made in Argentina? If you know a lot of Disney trivia, you probably think the Honor first animated feature film belongs to Disney. But 20 years earlier, a full-length animated feature film was made in Argentina. And apparently it's in the Guinness World Records. So take that, Disney. I don't have a lot of favorite Disney movies, to be honest. I have a couple of classics like Cars. I love Toy Story 2 in particular. I love Monsters Inc. I have a couple. Let me know your favorite Disney movie down below. Did you know that German chocolate cake was actually invented in Texas? What? The German part of German chocolate cake comes from a person's name, not the country. And the person wasn't even from Germany. What? That's mind-blowing, honestly. It's named after a person named Samuel German. The cake was invented in 1852. Since it gained so much popularity, a lot of people forgot that it was made originally in Texas, and a lot of people contributed to Germany, like myself. That's really interesting. I've never had German chocolate cake before. I love chocolate though. Chocolate is so good. Did you know that Marla Gibbs from the Jeffersons continued working for an airline for 2 years after being cast on the Jeffersons? A hit TV show, obviously. Apparently, she kept her job just to be safe. I noticed that a lot of actors actually do that, and singers. They tend to keep their jobs before they got famous or their big break. And it's smart because honestly, you never know how it'll go. Some people risk it all. Some people like to have a backup plan, and that's absolutely okay. Personally, me, I like to risk it all, but I just have that reckless drive in me, and it's not the best thing because I have fallen flat very much before. So did you know that the Philippines consists of over 7,641 islands? The Philippines is an archipelago. I know I butchered that word, and that basically means that it's a group of islands. I've never been to the Philippines. Do I have any Philippine viewers? Comment down below. Did you know that a one-way trip on the Trans-Siberian Railway involves crossing 8 time zones? 8 time zones. Along with it being the longest railroad in Russia at 5,771 miles long. It's also the longest single rail system in the world. The journey takes 7 days, during which time passengers cross through 8 different time zones. That's insane. That's literally a whole week on a train. That's nuts. Have any of you guys ever been there? I have so many things that I want to do, like cross the country. I don't want to go to Russia, but I would love to go Mary, Sophia, Blanche, and Rose ate around 100 cheesecakes. And this is directly from the baker who made them. For the run of the show, I would create 7 cheesecakes for the Friday night taping. I would box up 7 cheesecakes by 4 p.m., all identical. That was just in case they had to do multiple scene takes. Every season, the cakes changed. That's crazy. In one episode, Dorothy asked rhetorically, "Do you know how many problems we solved over a cheesecake at this kitchen table?" That's crazy. Honestly, I didn't even think they were really eating like real food. You know, back in the day with like sitcoms and stuff, I find that a lot of them actually did eat real food and drinks. If you're familiar with the sitcom Martin, they actually did drink and eat real food, which is crazy to me. I wish more shows would actually do that today, like sitcoms. They even have sitcoms today, like a really, really good sitcom, other than like Frasier and Seinfeld. We need to bring back sitcoms. 9% of Earth's gold can be found at the core of the planet. I've always been a gold girly. I've always not really liked silver. Gold has just always been my thing, my vibe. I don't have any real gold pieces, but one day, one day. Did you know that Cleveland once had the country's 5th largest population of any city in the United States? If you're interested in what the other states were, it included Detroit, Philadelphia, Chicago, and New York City. How much you want to bet that New York City was number 1? Either New York City or Chicago, I bet you. Did you know that people can only use a small fraction of Earth's water? In school, we were taught that most of the planet's surface was covered in water. That's true, but only 0.007% of that water is usable. That's because about 2.5% of Earth's water is fresh water, and only a little more than 1% of that is accessible. Most of it is made up in glaciers, polar ice caps, and snowfields. Wow. I remember I was watching the show Naked and Afraid. I know, that's a crazy name. And they did an episode where they were in a snowy environment, and they were able to drink some of the water where they were located, and the water looked so fresh. Like, it just looked so tasty. Like, I know you're only supposed to drink certain water because you can get sick, but it just looked so yummy. Like, oh my goodness. That the brand name Spam actually came from a contest winner. Apparently in 1937, Hormel, the company that actually makes Spam, sponsored a contest for a name of a new product, and an actor from New York who was the brother of the Hormel vice president won $100 for coming up with the name Spam. Actually, Spam is honestly such an iconic name, I'm not gonna lie. Like, everybody knows what Spam is. He kind of ate with that name, I'm not gonna lie. He kind of ate with that. A little bit ASMR, a little bit ASMR. Go to sleep and relax. Just relax. Did you know that people used to eat arsenic to improve their skin? Yes, arsenic. If you're a big fan of beauty facts from like back in history, which I actually may do a video on. Interesting. Erin Parsons on YouTube is a great resource to watch. She's a makeup history nerd, and she makes videos about this type of stuff all the time. Probably heard about how Victorians' favorite cosmetics were riddled with poisonous items like arsenic, but there were also items on the market that were meant to be eaten. For example, James P. Campbell's Safe Arsenic Complexion Wafers. Yikes, they claim to get rid of freckles, blackheads, and other facial disfigurements. What does that mean? Did you know that Japan has a vending machine for every 23 people? Think about how many people are in Japan. Japan is thought to have one of the most highest amount of vending machines in the world, with an estimate of one for every 23 people that contain beverages, ice cream, noodles, disposable cameras, and more. That's crazy. I've always seen people in like Japan vlogs, and they get like tea out the vending machine or soup, stuff like that, and it actually comes out hot. That is so freaking cool. I wish we had stuff like that in the United States. Did you know that lemons float but limes sink? That's weird. Apparently limes are more dense than lemons. I'm gonna have to test that out. To be fair though, it makes sense because whenever you try to juice a lemon, it's easier than juicing a lime. So that makes sense. What do you guys like more, lemons or limes? I actually like them both equally, but I always lean toward a lemon. But limes are really good. What do you guys think? Did you know that the first time the word period relating to menstruation was in 1985? Think about that. People have had periods for years on years on years since mankind, and it was just being used on TV in 1985. Hello. It actually came via a line in a Tampax commercial, and it quoted, "Feeling cleaner is more comfortable. It can actually change the way you feel about your period." And the actor who was in the commercial was Courtney Cox. That's fire. From Friends, if you don't know. Oh my gosh, what the heck is this? Random fact. McDonald's once made bubblegum flavored broccoli. Ew, what? That's disgusting. It was an attempt to get kids to eat healthier. What? That's absolutely trifling. Like, I have to look up to see what that looks like after this video, because that's crazy. Bubblegum broccoli. Like, what? Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep. Did you know that the first oranges were not oranges? They were actually green. Apparently oranges have a insane origin story. The first oranges from Southeast Asia were actually green. In fact, oranges in tropical regions such as Vietnam and Thailand stay green through maturity. I bet you they taste so much better too. I bet you they taste delicious. It's not fair. Did you know that there's only one letter that does not appear in the name of any of the states in the US? There are absolutely no Q's in any of the names in the United States. That's nuts. You know, I honestly didn't even think about that, but it makes sense. You don't ever hear any of them with like a Q sound. Interesting. Yet we have tons of Y's and we have Z's for Arizona, obviously. That's crazy. Interesting. That's very interesting. And we have X's. Wow. Did you know that a cow bison hybrid is called a beefalo? What is a beefalo? Apparently they've been around since the early 1970s, and they're produced in more than 35 states. Apparently it came from a rancher in California who successfully crossbred the two, and the American Beefalo Association approved it. And apparently it's actually good for you. It contains fewer calories, less cholesterol, less fat, and more protein than conventional beef. What? I'm gonna have to look that up as well. was a real John Chapman who planted thousands of apple trees on US soil. But the apples in those trees were more bitter than the ones you would find in the supermarket today. Johnny Appleseed, in quotations, didn't expect his fruits to be eaten whole, but rather made into hard apple cider. Johnny Appleseed, who even told you to do that? Honestly, I'm glad he did because I love apples, but still, like, did you know that armadillo shells are bulletproof? That is so cool. Apparently, one man in Texas was hospitalized when he shot an armadillo and it ricocheted and hit him in the jaw. That has to be a really hard shell. My goodness. I think armadillos are so cute. They are so stinking cute. Did you know that the longest English word is 189,819 letters long? What is this word? Good, they didn't put it up here. But it's a name for a protein. Interesting. Did you know that some octopus species lay 56,000 eggs at a time? That's a lot of eggs. I actually have a really big fear of octopus and squids and slugs and snails. They scare me very much. And yeah, I don't like them. I don't like them at all. But that's actually a really interesting fact. And at least we know that we will always have octopus in the ocean. We learned so much in this video, but it doesn't have to stop here. If you guys want more sleepy facts, feel free to click this video right here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I cannot wait to see you in the next video. Bye.